Can you actually make real money cleaning sneakers, or is it just a hobby? Some people make gas money, some people make 6 figures. But before we break it down, like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into this video. I'm gonna break this down in 3 different tiers. Let's start with tier 1, side hustle money. And this is where most people tend to begin their sneaker restoration career. Maybe you're charging anywhere from $20 to $40 for doing a classmate's shoes, a family member, close friend, anybody, just to really get yourself off the ground and get some experience of cleaning shoes. So it could be very local, and that's definitely where you want to start. If you're doing 5 to 10 pairs a week, that could easily be a couple hundred to even a couple $1,000s each month as you get better and start to grow your clientele. It might not be that much in the beginning. Maybe it might pay for gas, maybe it might pay for groceries, and maybe you might even take the money and reinvest it into better equipment as you learn and grow. And that's pretty much the point at this stage, just not getting rich overnight. It takes time. You're building up your brand and credibility brick by brick, and it just takes time. And I even will say a lot of people get to this stage and they don't progress as fast as they want to, and they oftentimes give up right when they're about to break through. This is where you build your base group of clients and start to get repeat customers, and then once you finally hit your peak and hit that $2,000 a month mark and punch right through, we're going to the next stage. Now we're moving on to tier 2, which happens to be $2,000 to $5,000 per month. At this point, you have a base set of clients. You've proven that your skills are basically up to par. You've at this point raised your prices, which reflect your skill level and the outcome you can give your customers on a regular basis. And now it's just more or less about expanding even more, upgrading your equipment to become more efficient, and getting things together so you can post and reach people outside of your local area. Along with upgrading your menu, you might want to add in upsells to further increase your revenue. That could include adding waterproofing, deodorization, insole cleaning, replacement laces, amongst other things that you can add to make your services that much better. In regards to social media, you definitely want to have a sneaker cleaning page by this point. You're posting your before and after pictures, posting that you can take shoes from out of state and further than, I guess, your local area. You want to increase your prices based on your skill level and kind of where you are in the business to show people you're not the new kid on the block anymore. You really do this. When I first entered college, I passed out cards to different people on campus and then showed my work and cleaned my own shoes and cleaned my friend's shoes here and there, posted before and after pictures. I was only charging maybe $15 to $35 a pair based on how messed up they were at the time. But as the years went on in college, I was doing it out of my dorm room, doing pairs for $15 to $35, all the way up to when I got to my senior year, my brand was established, at least on campus, and just people knew me. So if you went to a party and messed up your shoes, somebody was saying, hey, I know where you could take them to. I was able to charge more, starting I think from $35, and then I think the most expensive at the time might have been $60. I raised it gradually, but as my skill level increased, I reinvested that money into my business and got better equipment, became more efficient with my cleans, became more skillful with my cleans, and I was able to service a lot more people. Quickly became servicing my friend's shoes, to servicing the professor's shoes, to servicing local people who just lived in the area and didn't have any affiliation with the college's shoes. So it grew to that point, especially with posting and different things like that. It got to the point where I was making at minimum $2,000 a month in college from my dorm room. I think the most amount of money I think I made might have been $3,500, maybe $4,000 on one of my best months in college just cleaning shoes. Once you combine all of that with real volume, systems, and maybe even a storefront, that's when you move into tier 3. But before we get into tier 3, I do want to mention my Discord that I think you all should check out. I run a sneaker restoration Discord where I have cleaners in there from all around the United States and even outside of the United States in different countries. I have that Discord as a resource for people who are just starting out, people who are at an intermediate level, and people who even have their own storefront or are working towards getting one eventually. We have weekly calls. We talk about our different business problems, basically anything you can think of under the moon in regards to sneaker restoration. Feel free to check out my Discord in the link in the description down below. And instead of watching 1,000 YouTube videos trying to learn the information, it's definitely better to have someone who knows all the information. I think it's definitely a useful tool. My mentees would definitely agree. Feel free to hit that link down in the description if you're interested in joining today. Now you're at tier 3, where sneaker cleaning finally becomes a real scalable business. At this level, you're not making money just because you clean shoes well. You're making money because you built the systems for you to be able to take on more. Maybe you have a storefront, maybe you have volume, maybe you have customers shipping in pairs in the mail, maybe you have a team. All of that I mentioned, you now have leverage. Once you're at this level, you might even have a storefront. Having a storefront has its own set of expenses, whether it be insurance, Wi-Fi, lights, gas bill, water bill, all that you have to keep in mind before upgrading to a storefront. But with the storefront, you get more exposure. You have foot traffic at this point, depending on the location you picked. You have basically more opportunity to be seen and get just regular everyday people who have never heard of your business before. And with that comes volume, which you'll have to handle. If you're a one-person army, then I will have to tell you, you're gonna have to learn how to hire and get people in to help you out, so that way you can do more with what you have. You might even start to get people mailing shoes to you more frequently, and you wanna keep track of all that stuff coming in. You have to keep a PO box for one. So like, I mean, it's just a whole multitude of things you have to keep track of. Obviously, with more money comes more expenses as well. It all works out at the end of the day if you know how to watch your spending and you budget correctly. The best part about it is that you figure out different ways to make more money in your business too, because you can be capped at cleaning shoes. There is a cap to a certain extent. In order to break through that cap and kind of give yourself leverage where you don't have to depend on customers all the time, you might start making money on your content that you post just from being consistent, whether it be YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You can offer forms of education to teach people how to clean sneakers, like how I do, or even having some sort of membership for your customers or people who want to learn how to clean shoes. If you really want to break out and be successful within tier 3, which is the 5K to 15K mark, you definitely want to make sure you combine all the things you've learned from tier 1, 2, and then once you break through into 3, you want to keep doing those things at a high level, expand on them, and just keep being creative and thinking of new ways to make even more money. But also don't forget this. Don't forget the why and the reason why you even decided to start cleaning sneakers in the first place. You do have to have a passion for it. You do have to care about the results. You do have to care about the service you give to your customers, because without them, there's really no way to get to where you want to be, because you have to be good to them in order for you to get your desired result. It's a give and take, and it shouldn't be transactional. Whenever you're doing business, you want to make sure you do good business and keep everything in mind that you've learned, and you want to just be the best that you can at all times. In closing, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and to answer the question, can you make 6 figures in this industry? Yes, but cleaning sneakers isn't the business, building a brand is. Hope you all enjoyed the video and learned something new. If you like videos like this, feel free to check out some of my other ones. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.